All right, we're back. So we had a pretty insane opening. I went ahead and wrote down my hit list. I'm missing 6 cards from the set. I did not pull the foils that I was missing, and I figured I'm just going to put the numbers down because it's easier and I'm lazy like that. So we're just going to be looking for those numbers. That's what we care about, is those numbers. Bop. Here we go. And of course, because we're me, we may as well keep digging for the numbers we're missing. You know? Because, like, that's just how we roll. I'm aware that I'm lighting potentially $240 on fire, but given the last box opening we had, from this half case, I believe we are currently up several $100. So we're digging for the missing gold. I think most of those 6 cards are not expensive. I think 2 of them are mythics. One of them I think is an uncommon, and the others are rares. Like the 248 is one of the rare lands. I actually thought I pulled it, but I did not, which makes me sad. But we're still digging for it. We're still looking for it. Slide these over off to the side. Do one of these bad boys. Make sure we're visible. Okay. Gonna do that. And there's our little targeted hit list. We're putting the foils up there. And we're back to digging for the gold. We are digging for the gold. Not that one. There's the winds. Put that there. We don't care about the commons this time because we're just printing money on this set. It no longer matters. So yeah, those of you that have been following, those 6 cards that I have written down. Ooh. Oh, what a good rare land. What a good rare. That's actually insane. That's like $2 of uncommons there too. The master set that I have, right, has never been played. It was basically, you know, pulled a sleeve. There's nothing. There was never, the cards were never played. Like, it's like that weird thing. Like, I'm the only one that's touched these cards, and I've considered, like, okay, do I just go and buy the cards I'm missing myself? Like, I thought about it. I'm like, man, do I really want to compromise and not pull the cards? But then also, like, do I also want to run the gambit of potentially never completing the set? Because, like, that's also equally tilting, right? Like, so it's like a weird conundrum. It's like, do I finish it or do I not? And it's like, ah, God. And there's like no way that I can just go up to some random vendor dude and be like, hey, do you know if this card was played or pulled, or like what's the deal here? Like, there's no way they're gonna know if they happen to have those cards. It's like I can just go buy them off TCG Player in like 3 minutes. They're not super expensive cards either. I think they're actually fairly inexpensive, even in foils. I think it's like less than $30 in foils. So it's like, ah, God, it's so conflicting for me because it's like I want to finish it, but also at the same time, like if I don't pull them myself, like it almost feels like it doesn't count, which is dumb, but I know that's dumb. So it's like, okay, I guess, because I just accept that it's dumb. But I could pull a mythic earlier and put it in the rare pile. Okay, no, I didn't. So it's like, God, I'm so emotionally torn. I don't know. Comment down below what you guys think I should do. The odds of me actually pulling the 6 missing foils that I'm missing are fairly low from the 3. There is a foil mythic that I can pull out of one of these 2 boxes still. That is not one of the foils I need. So, I mean, there's a good chance that I get at least one of these maybe from a half case. But also, like, the odds are just so not in my favor anymore at this point. Like, when I was mass opening this set, I have personally destroyed. Keep in mind, I have personally ripped open with my fists north of, just shy, I think at this point, of 200 boxes of Mh1. Like, I want you to think about that for a second. 200 boxes of Mh1 I have personally ripped and removed from the existence of the world. These boxes will never return to the light of day. They will never be seen again. I have personally ripped them in half there is not left but the cards and singles in the packs, and they will forever be known and monetized via my singles engine. Anyway, so... Oh, what the heck? Oh, I thought that was like a crazy misprint with like the way this lined up. I was like, whoa, that's wild. But it was not. It's way boring, actually. So, no crazy misprint error there. There are some weird ones in this set, though. We call them the P-lands. I call them the P-lands. I don't know what other people call them. But it's like a particular print run of the plains. They're like literally yellow. So that literally looks like yellow snow. So it's the P-snow. I have a stack of them set aside somewhere because it's just like, it's amusing to me personally. I know some people don't really care about that, but like, I think it's funny, so y'all can just deal. And that's kind of like where my thoughts are with that. So the other one I mentioned in the last video is like the Chiller Pillar. It's a fairly common misprint. 47? Nope. It's a fairly common misprint. So you see that every once in a while as well, and that particular misprint is like part of like a large run of Chiller Pillars. So either like it's in the section of boxes you're opening, or it's just not. So if it happens to be in there, then cool. If it happens to not be, then whatever. If you want one of those, hit me up. I'll ship you a playset for like $10. I don't know. I have a crap ton of them. The first giant, ooh, that's good rare too. The first giant chunk of MH1 that I opened just had like a bananas number of that error. Like, and it was a good number. Like I think I have 15 or 20 in total, which is a pretty decent number. Now keep in mind, like I still have like hundreds and hundreds of Chiller Pillars that are not errors. So it's not like, you know, every other Chiller Pillar is an error, but it is a solid number that is. So I'm sure there's at least an Ephemerate in that stack of commons, probably a Defile or two. Do not give a rat's crap. It is just, this card also spiked up to like 20, 25 bucks for a while, and I was selling the crap out of those. So again, like this is kind of like one of those moments, right, where like holding on to certain underappreciated cards, 64, sad, is really good, right? Like it benefits you in the long run, and Magic in particular, especially with Master Set openings. If you don't have to sell mythics, right, or rares, like Fallen Shinobi, right, it's basically bulk. I don't know when this is going to come back into favor, if it ever will. But like, look at this. This is like great for mill. It exiles the top 2 cards of their library until the end of the turn. You may play those cards without paying their mana costs. Like, this is just screaming for some like insanely strong combo that's like meta again. Like, and it's in blue black, right? Like, these are not, this is like great synergy. Like, mill decks are blue oftentimes, right? So like, that's a great synergy card. You're looking at like there's looking like some serious potential there. However, it's like $1 or $2 card. It's not super expensive. So I have a couple listed just for like shenanigans and just, you know, sell-throughs and just so I can have sales. But I have it priced at like $8 or $9, I think. And I don't really sell them very often. And I'm content just sitting on it until all of a sudden it's like a meta card again. And it's worth like, I don't know, even $10 I'd start selling them. You know, Force of Despair for the longest time was like a $4 or $5 rare, and I just was like dripping them out real slow, and all of a sudden, like, it just spiked up to an insane price. It was like $25-$30. Like, it was crazy. And, you know, I was selling them at like $28-$29 a rare. And, you know, this is a card that, you know, was effectively like just a few dollars. So when you do that on these sets, it adds a massive amount of like plus upside for you over the long run. And if you can do that on your openings, it just benefits you in the long run. And there's always going to be like certain rares that are just like terrible, right? Like everyone's just like, oh my god, that card's terrible. Don't ever touch it. It's the worst. And like some dude just buys it for a meme, right? Like that aside, oh god, what a disgusting half case. We're still looking for the foils. We have not hit a single foil that we need for the binder. I think we have one more foil in here. Maybe not. I don't know. An Ephemerate? Yes, I knew it. I felt it in there. I felt it in the pack. I felt the Ephemerate. I knew. Oh, we got a foil token. Rats. Hey, Putrid Goblin. I was right, but it's not the foil we need. So we're just sad now. And that was a double foil. We got the foil token and a regular foil in the pack. So that's fun. Do. Bam. Look at that. What a box. We didn't hit the Force, but we did hit the Prismatic Vista. Let me go back here. There we go. Bam, Winds of Abandon. So that's like 35 bucks. That's 5. So there's 40. 50. We call it like 55, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95. I think it's like 8, 9 bucks. 95, 100. There we go. We're hitting basically average on the rares. And then we have another. Yeah, we got 4 mythics. I don't remember if this is the expensive one or not, but I know it's at least 10 bucks. So 10, 20, 40. And that's like 10, 15 bucks for the mythic. Like, you have 160, 170 bucks in rares and mythics. This is like a okay box. We have our 36 Snowlands worth about 50 bucks, and then we have all of our others. Like, I just don't understand it. Buy these boxes, guys. They're great. It's an awesome set. You will not regret it. Enjoy.